Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. It's time for week 1 of the season. We've got CEA action. I can't think of a better way to start off other than with me. I am Dor, and I am joined by the always wonderful Ravish. How you doing?
Oh man, you know me, man. I'm always doing fan freaky tastic here, baby. And I'm glad we casting some more Rocket League, which you get again here, Dor. By the way, Dor, did you get more handsome, or is that impossible?
You can't see me right now. That's a trick question. I know it. I know it.
You're right.
No, but we're ready to turn this one around. Let's hop into game 1. We got Microsoft Offense 365, a notable team around here. We know them. We've seen them play. We know they're solid up against a newcomer in Walmart Sparks.
This should be a really exciting match so far across the door here, because look at this, right? Walmart, they come in with this brand new packaging, right? They got a secret sauce which Microsoft don't know about, which is this super unknown factor going up against this powerhouse of Microsoft Office 365, a trusted, reliable product that we've had within our hand for so long. So we'll see how they deal with these new invaders to the market.
Oh, and Microsoft Offense 365. They've lived up to their name time and time again. Let's get into game number 1 of this best of 5, ladies and gentlemen. Kick it off with a little bit of good Rocket League. Microsoft Offense, of course, in the blue. Walmart Sparks in the foretold orange. Starting off with a little bit of offense here by their namesake. Turn it around. Microsoft in a little bit of ball control. Laid it off the wall. Now they're doing a good job of controlling these boost pads for the time being, but now it's time for Walmart to come out. They've got a nice little 2v1 attack, and Paler going out with a 1v1 will get some good value off the back of that. Back to center field we go, but it's been stuck here in no man's land for a while.
Yeah, just like you mentioned, Dor, just really back and forth with these two teams. No really violently other than getting control, though just one good clear. Probably set it off, but no one able to set up a good rotation. But like you mentioned, Walmart still maintaining a good lead with it, especially with it on their own end of keeping their boost pads in control. I remember seeing more often than not, whatever teams lose control of the ball, or if forcing double commits to, they lose control of the entire boost on their side of the macro game. That's what really comes to play. But so far, like you said, still doing a really solid job making sure that it's going back and forth. Nice little ping pong between the two teams so far, but want to get control. But oh, Brazil in the air, forcing flips a little bit far to the side, but still, it's not game's over.
I mean, this is one of those games where the first goal just matters so much for these teams. Getting up on the board nice and early, being the one to put the pressure on, to put your foot on their throat. Gonna feel amazing. Right now, neither of these teams really want to fully commit to the attacking side. They're both a little bit nervous, it seems. And you know what? It's that week 1 jitters. I understand.
Yeah, because coming into this, right, is with Rocket League, and I find with most of these games, too, mindset is one thing, which plays a massive part. If you're nervous, you're scared, which Impaler is right now, because he has no boost, lets the ball go, and Brett's also just running out barely in the air. All these guys are running at almost zero. Nice boom, Brenton. Just like that, no boost, no player, and Uncle Paulie gets the first one in.
It's a nice drill, but fully escorted here by Chansey. Absolutely nothing allowed through. Although 2 minutes before seeing our first goal is a lot longer than I think we see a lot of other teams hold up against Offense 365. We were kind of expecting them to come in and dominate, but Walmart's holding their grit.
And yet again, too, that all was set up by, by them just having no boost on the side at all. And yet again, they set it back, and Taylor just nails that one in from the side.
I mean, that's a quick way to follow it up, and a way to put an exclamation point on it and say, you know what, okay, you may have held this off for a while, but now we got it in gear. I feel like it's just as much so for offense as kind of a proof of team concept yet again this season, right? You come in, you get a couple new players, you're doing your thing. You may have some, rapport from last season, but that doesn't mean you have the same amount of skill. You still got to prove it to us. Well, let's do a good job on the defensive side. And honestly, I think the big thing for me is we just haven't seen Walmart do anything really creative on the attacking end.
No, not much at all right now, right? It's been kind of back and forth between the two teams, but right now, too, you see it already, though. They're giving me a lot of control. They're both kind of trying to ball chase, but they're playing 2 in net. Interestingly enough, so maybe just that trust hasn't been established, right? Like you mentioned, the rapport may not necessarily be there, considering these guys are much newer to the scene, but we'll see how they develop as they go throughout the season. But right now, Paul yet again up in the air, auto boost, cannot commit the second touch. All in the air, looking really good for Walmart, but what you say yet again?
Yeah, and this is just the power of the offense defense, ironically enough. They've got a great counterattack going. It will be stopped by Bird. How much more can they get out of this? The counterattacks need to be a bit stronger. Otherwise, you're going to get this happening to you. Paulie's up for a beautiful shot. Not quite the one they needed to put into the back of the net. Goes back into the Walmart hands. They're still in the danger zone here. They're in that final 20%. The red zone is fully activated. A Chansey up. It's a dangerous shot to the back corner. He finds it. 3-0. Up go Microsoft offense.
And Chansey, after setting up those 2 other beautiful goals, decides that it was his time to shine. Throw that one in. And yet again, look at that. Walmart playing a little bit too far off. No one back in net, so nobody there for the defense, too. It was yet again another missed opportunity. And now with the offense 3-6-5, 3-0 right now, looking to put out a new model of the try and test two product here doors. Like Paulie yet again up in the air, gets the bounce out too, but no one there to follow up with him. But man, you see why these guys are top of the league.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really solid rotations. There's a reason we haven't seen Sparks really find any way into the attacking side, and it's because the rotations from Microsoft offense have been so on point. Nice shot! Oh no! What? The worst ways to lose one.
Oh.
I mean,
Like,
Paulie sets it up here, but there's only one man who put it in. That's rough.
He was styling up in the air too, but you see how at the last second he was like, "All right, dropped it," but then it's Walmart decides, "Hey man, hey buddy, you're having some trouble. Let me help you out there, man." But Walmart at the last second, was right off the kickoff, able to nail with that one. And looking at that too, wins that. Nice little settle team, but the back goes up in the air and decides we at least want to get one on the board.
Yeah, I mean, it was a greedy kickoff by Microsoft, setting 2 for the ball and 1 for the boost. Leaves the goal open if you end up losing that kickoff. It's rough, but you know, we appreciate the good attitude that Sparks bring. You see in the chat, he said, my first double touch, which is, hey man, whatever your achievement is, you take that and you ride with it. Birds will be up for a little something. Something leaves the ball back in towards the net. It's another shot. Great defense here. And the rotations in the goal have been good. It's about how they get this ball out of the half. It'll be a dribble from Birdsell. Oh, no, it's in the hands of Uncle Paulie. It leaves a shot for Impaler. 5-1 for game number 1. Just as strong as we expect to see offense 3-6-5 be.
And Microsoft actually generally have not stopped since they got the first ball. We were talking about it before, right? The first goal, the first shot matters so much for both of these teams. And looking at it now, it's the first shot happened, though. Like I said, they have not stopped getting them in, and yet again off the kickoff. Looks like first initial bouncy pillar at the back trying to get the touch, but just barely saved at the end by Walmart. So, but that could have been 6-1. Considering, right now with 13 left in the game, I can't imagine Walmart come back from this. So let's talk a bit more about how they could possibly improve going into the next round.
Yeah, I think a lot of their tough bits lie right around that midfield area, and like you said earlier, having trust in their teammates. When they're clearing out these balls, they're just clearing them out to Microsoft players because Sparks aren't really putting players up in those positions to receive the balls when they're looking to get out of their own half. So as nice as their defensive rotations would be, it'd be nice to see them pull away from that just a little bit to instill a little bit more power into their attacking side. And I think they have it, right? We saw them pick up at least 1 goal. They stabilized for a good bit. But unless you're going to take on an attacking side eventually, all that defense is going to mean nothing. So for them to turn it around is for them to effectively play just more attacking side.
No, one thing too, which I wanted to point out what you said, right? Because even that first goal that came out from the side of Walmart was really due to capitalizing on the mistakes that Microsoft really made, right? Because you saw that they pulled what I like to call a solo queue play, where you decide, man, my team is going to be fine. I'm not going to stay on goal. I'm going to get that boost first, right? Like you said, a very greedy play, which I know I've personally been accused of doing and have done many times while playing this wondrous game. So right now, see so far, Walmart is capitalizing on the mistake of Microsoft, but Microsoft haven't shown many holes within their offense.
No, the attacking side, I mean, it's in their name. They do it well, and they do it consistently. They've kind of broken open the floodgates ever since that 2-minute mark of the previous game. The goals have just kept on coming in. We need to see that pace change for Sparks. For them, a first goal is just, it's momentum. It turns it around, right? It's saying, okay, no longer are we on the back foot. Unfortunately, they are being put on the back foot by this attack. The shot by Paulie towards the back corner. Too threatening for him. All 3 members of Sparks there. You can see 2 of them hanging out in goal. Dupin's there to support. Now they're starting to build out. This is a good attack for them, but they've got to commit a little bit harder. That third player still all the way back in goal. It allows Microsoft to get the ball up to half field and actually get this shot off. It's not particularly dangerous, but it is indicative of the way the game's going.
They're already different pace set by Walmart here because you can see there be a lot more offensive, but nice little butt and boom, but one respond right and so just explosions all around here. Though you would think this is the fireworks show the 4th of July for these two teams, but Paul gets nice little shot, stops the ball's momentum right away. But the question is, how do they follow up on this as he starts to carry over into the goal? But Chansey, that won't work a second time. They read this book, the appendix is bookmarked, but after that, he gets still Juggernauts with another shot in goal, trying to see even it up. And we're back at the same sort of point we were there before, right? Just about 3 minutes in already, about a couple minutes left to go, and the first shot for both these teams still not in. All depends on who's getting it. We're definitely set the pace of the game.
Awkward play around the midfield. It's Microsoft still in control. You can see how aggressive that final third man is to hold that line, and they know exactly where that ball is going. They've been reading the Sparklight book the entire time. They know there's a free ball up in midfield every time they try and come out of their own half, and they're doing a good job on capitalizing this. And this is the Microsoft offense that we expect to see a lot of time, right? It's not just full-on attacking side. It's fairly calculated. I mean, this is a great opportunity. That was a big commit. Oh, no, but a little bit of miscommunication means that Taylor unfortunately takes the ball away from their teammate. Still has a decent opportunity. The shot goes for the bump. I like the opportunity. I like the look from him. It's good creativity that we expect to see from the Microsoft side, but it hasn't quite created a goal yet.
All right, you see a lot of Lombard as well as losing out on just a lot of these trades between the two sides. You see, they see that ball control for just a couple of seconds. We might see really stolen away by Microsoft at the final time. So there's no follow-up from I find. But for the other team, just the passes aren't there for them right now. But we'll see if Microsoft's able to capitalize it still. Just under 2 minutes left to go within this half right now. Microsoft, does he get one in? Little open shot and Taylor up and nails it in.
Yeah, it was a great 1v1. Juggernaut probably could have came out a little bit earlier here to get the better angle on the ball, but I think he had a lot of faith in Doofin there to try and find that first touch up the wall. Kind of got caught off his line by surprise. Wasn't expected to have play a little defense, but it's Rocket League. You never know what's coming, bud. 2 minutes left, and I will say it's a much better scoreline than we saw last game for this Sparks side. They've got a shot. We've seen them score 1 goal before, but they've got to stop more from being scored on them.
That is essentially the name of the game, right? Either score or be scored on. It's a car soccer does become complicated sometimes, but maybe if they're looking to get less of a complicated, I say by him to make sure that Walmart stay in the game, but shot up in the air. All being bounced around, no one right now. Chance has been chasing the entire time, but Walmart putting up a good defense so far, making sure the Microsoft just cannot get out of the same sort of difficulty they had before. But saved by Juggernaut.
Yeah, it'll be a good rip, and it still remains that the ball is in possession of Microsoft. Even with only 2 players forward, they've got it. The third coming in from the ranks, the respawn boost, end to end, coast to coast. Somebody get this man a back ticket. He's got to go home eventually. And Paler with a beautiful shot coming in to support the team.
And you saw there too, just a double commit for style Walmart too. It's just that Walt's bouncing around and going, thinking I got it, and Taylor's supposed to back. No, guys, I got it.
He's a little angry. He just got demoed. He was coming all the way from the other side of the field, and he picked up corner boost, and he was on his way. There was one place that man was going. It was into the back of the net.
Yeah, and he was going and wanted to go absolutely nowhere else. But with just under 6 seconds remaining, on much slow, just possibly trying to bend this back. They just need to get 1 goal in, and I know that at least the pace for the game done right now. But Buzz is up in the air on a boost, can't fall up, and probably really is able to clear it, which is a notice and kind of a common thing I've seen from a lot. For a lot of Walmart so far is a lot of these aerial plays are made with the middle of actually having proper boost control so far, so it's just immediately allowed to be stolen away from Walmart, which is why I find they can't really just pull down in the solid top or really create that pressure up against Microsoft.
You know what, Hat still does have to go off to him. It's improvement, and believe me, I've seen enough reverse sweeps here at CEA to know that it can happen at this kind of pace. The way they're reducing goals, the way that they're creating opportunities on the attacking side has gotten a lot better since the last game. The question is, have they hit their peak? Do they have a little bit more in the tank? Because there are things that they can do, right? There's creativity. I think that there's a lot of room to go for things like demos. Oh, come on, get one in just for yourself. Oh, no. That'll be 2-1 for Microsoft offense in game number 2. And right after they were feeling so good, Walmart, I mean, it's still a better scoreline than game 1. But you really wanted that last one to go in.
Yeah, just, you know what? They could have let it in. They decided, no, you wouldn't. like, just, you guys could have let it go in. Come on, man. I think you guys are friends here, but unfortunately, I guess on the field, everyone is enemies, or only your allies, and even then, maybe not. But like you mentioned there, Dor, right? It is a much better game for the side of the Walmart, allowing them to control the pace of the game a little bit more and not let it get so out of control. So definitely some signs of life.
Hey, man, you can't let all those goals in. You can't just give them the gimmies. We've seen seeding here actually be decided by 1 goal. So it'll make the difference at the end of the season. I trust the Microsoft offense know what they're doing, and I'm excited to see them do it for 1 more game at least. Let's hop into game number 3. It's match point for Microsoft's offense. What I would call kind of the home team here to the broadcast. We've seen them all the time. Sparks, though, looking to make a name for themselves. They got 1 more game to do it. Who is coming away with it? Already Impaler with the first goal in just 2 seconds after the game starting. That is rough.
I'm going to call a technical hat trick on that one, because he scored the last 2 and the first one right away in this 3rd one. So I'm going to say that was generally a technique all in, man. But I mean, what would have started off the game? The fastest goal we've seen so far with this match yet here, Dor. And it seems like Microsoft Office don't want to let Walmart in at all. They want to decide this game here and now.
You know what, though? I'm glad right now. Walmart look like they want this one back. They're sending 2 players forward. Oh, no, they're not. One of them rotated back. Come on, have a little bit of confidence in yourself. I trust you. You look great. You're playing well. The ball contact's been good. The ball control has been great. The boost control has been solid. But you got to put those pieces together on the attacking side. They've got all the things they can need. Juggernaut Griggs is going to look for one now. A little bit of good control. Gets the dribble around the one. There's not much more to be had, though. Just 1 goalkeeper left. Dynasty comes in at just the right time. 1 towards the closed corner. It's going to be a tricky shot to save. Good save, though, by Birds to keep that one out of the net. A minute cross. It has been nothing but pressure here on the Walmart net. They're looking for some opportunity for a counterattack. It just hasn't arrived.
See, right, I say Pelleter was just right by the side, just barely missed the touch, too, because I found honestly, if you had gotten nailed that one in, Microsoft wouldn't be able to just keep up just the absolute insane pressure, like you said, which has been kept on Walmart's side here right now. But ball still on right by Walmart's net. They're looking for something on Kopali off the back. Gets the touch, but he's really not able to get the pass against Bamwood as well. So Walmart with an opportunity, man advantage. Let's see if they can capitalize on this.
Back to midfield. Ball's in no man's land. Chansey, you've got a shot. Goes for the rip towards the net. It's going to be a miss on the ball. Uncharacteristic of Chansey, I'll say that much. Uncle Paulie gives them another opportunity. They don't really want much to do with it. They'll wait for the ball to come back to them. Chansey with the not-so-choice ball towards the back corner. Leaves it for Impaler to do a little something with. It does manage to get it down the line. Juggernaut Griggs. Good ball control, but it doesn't get you out of the woods. Chansey for the double touch. Doesn't get it back to himself. Ironically enough. We're stuck in the middle of the field here. And this feels like how it is every single time Walmart end up on this defense. Trying to find a way out, but the attacking ideas aren't quite there. Ball's in the middle of nowhere. Great save again to keep the score 1-0. We're just about halfway through. Microsoft are keeping Walmart on the edge, but Walmart are holding on for dear life, and not for much longer. The fingers slip. They've fallen off the cliff. 2-0. The gates are open, Ravish.
And there are only so many touches that either Impaler and Chansey could have actually whiffed on before his shot went in here, bro. I felt like it was just, there were so many close calls, some really good saves as of Walmart's side. So I guess they decided that they've accepted their fate, which is why they're playing 2 back. We're going all in on defense, and we're gonna wait to get a solid clear, recommit everything. But right now, I'm shot in almost an open net, but Walmart barely at the back. We'll see if we're gonna get one at Chansey at the side, but Juggernaut yet again with a beautiful save. But as you said here, Dor, man, is Walmart have almost seemed like they've accepted their fate.
2 minutes. It's not impossible to find these goals, but they gotta find quick, Ravish. Every single second you're not scoring, I'll tell you exactly who is. I know. They're trying, man. Look at the pressure. Look at the high flying. Look at the acrobatics. They're chasing him around in circles, but you just can't keep up with this Microsoft offense.
Oh my, it is an absolute mosh pit in front of the Walmart net, and my Walmart are just doing their darndest to be able to clear the ball out. But when you play two back, one front, he's obviously going to be outnumbered at almost every which way here. And like you said, just 6 people clapping like, I get it. This is so rough right now for Walmart, considering it's a 3-0 here, Dor. I'm hoping to get something back.
Hey man, we see the Walmart slogan. It's effectively just been save goals, live better, and it really hasn't came to be true. But we can tell exactly what kind of things they're living by right now. The motto reigns just as true in Rocket League as it does in real life. They're saving the goals. The living better part still yet to be seen. Look for that attacking side. They've gotten one. They're not scoreless in the series quite yet. They'd love to get another in, though. And they've got an attacking opportunity here. Juggernaut Griggs gets a cross in. It's a dangerous one towards the back post, but there's nobody there. They had to believe in the cross. Birds is all the way back, playing a little bit of defense. He's got to stop the shot. Instead, it's Juggernaut Griggs in a good position to make that one. Pauly back towards middle, not to be had, and Taylor instead gets the cross of his own. Good stop by Birds, but Walmart still not out of their own half here. In fact, the ball floating in the front of their goal. Someone's got to get a touch in, and it will just barely be, but with 3 players committed, it's an easy finish for Uncle Pauly.
And that's just the same sort of back and forth that we see from this team, right? They go all in or not in at all, which is I find is true to Microsoft nature, which is why they've had market share upon our hearts for so long. Though I don't know about you, though, but I haven't used anything but Microsoft words since I can open my eyes and blink and say I got a project due. That's the point. So it's you see what you guys are absolutely dominant. That's the Pauline's point is just styling on it, making it 5-0, but Walmart at the end of the day did put up a valiant effort. You saw the defense power rest, but you know, if they just focus a bit more on the offense, I think they would finish it out. But like you said, Dor, first of the season, get the jitters out of the way.
Yeah, Microsoft offense 365 looked good. I believe it's a leap year though. So what do they do for that extra 366 day? Are they just like not attacking on that day? Is that how it works? They've only got 365 in that one. That's an off day. That's break. We're heading to Cancun, you know, they're taking a vacation.
Yeah, and we'll make sure to leave our food at home because he deserves it there. Exactly, baby. But really solid stuff from both sides, man. I'm generally enjoying what I've seen between both of these teams. But there's left Doe here, Dor. Why don't you go ahead and tell the Walmart team, talk to them, right? You said it before, but they didn't approve. But going into the next match, what should the gym be focused on? Besides playing offense.
I think this is honestly a lot of time you take losses like this and you want to put it behind you. And I don't think it's one of those games. I don't think it was a bad performance. I think it was the numbers don't really say how the match went, right? You see 7-0 up here. But until you realize that we didn't really see much attacking side from Walmart, not at the fault of necessarily a lack of skill from them, but more so at the fault of a choice to rotate more defensively, and so heavily so. There definitely is room for improvement. They know they've got it. They've got another goal to their name. Microsoft are just relentless right now.
Stop it, they're already dead. It's not fair. They could have just played keep away at this point. They could have just tried to trick style on them, maybe practice a bit more of the fundamentals, but Microsoft has decided, man, when we take the slice, we want the whole cake, and we're gonna eat every part of it too, and yours, because we might as well. With the final 6 on the clock, will finally drop the ball as well. At Microsoft, man, just a dominant showing all around, but like you were saying before here, Dor, this does not spell the name of the match. This is only the beginning for Walmart's side. These unknown titans, which we know we can expect so much more out of.
Yeah, I want to see him go further in the season. I'm actually curious to see how good Sparks actually end up getting, because there are the fundamentals for a good team here. The skill was there, the player ability individually was there, the team play was pretty solid, the rotations were good. It's just about turning that into a couple more goals. So there's a foundation to build upon here, and I'm excited to see.
Most definitely, though. I gotta say, but this was a lot of fun for me. I generally enjoy seeing both these teams, and Microsoft office, man. Just good job, like GG's to you guys. But like at a certain point, like it's okay not to score goals. You've won the match. Like it's fine. Let them have one, please.
Hey, there's no slack being cut. It's only week 1. They got to prepare for absolutely anything ravishing. Like I said, there's more action to come. Microsoft Offense may have taken the game today, but I'm sure we've got plenty of great teams to be watching in later weeks. You guys know exactly what times to be checking out the channel. Same time, same place, every single week. More CEA action will be up on the board in the future. Until then, we'll catch you guys later.